The Outer Hebrides is a wonderful and magical place for many reasons. The beaches, the people, the history, and the wildlife. I took on the challenge of walking the Hebridean Way, but instead of going to Stornoway, I was going all the way to the Butt of Lewis in the north. This adventure was going to be amazing. I planned 13 days to walk 210 miles. My solo walk would push me to the limits, both mentally and physically, and to near breaking point. Follow my journey, along with my highs and lows, as I walk the length of the Outer Hebrides. I'll be doing this for the charity Venture Scotland, who take 16 to 30-year-olds, helping them make positive changes in the outdoors. So join me on this adventure of a lifetime. Cheers, everyone. Good morning, everyone. I had a bit of a rough sleep last night. Not because I was uncomfortable, but my God, what a wild night with that wind and the sea crashing in on the beach. Not complaining, but I've only had a couple of hours sleep, if that. So, not the best to start off day 12. But what a beautiful little spot. Yes, it was windy, but yeah, it's great. Got my wee hot chocolate this morning. Just boiling the water for my breakfast, and we'll just get slowly packed up and sorted for day 12. Wow, this is fantastic. I feel good, I feel fresh, even though I've had not a lot of sleep. That wind off the sea is just really refreshing. Brilliant. Anyway, I'm going to sort this breakfast. I'll get back to you soon. That wind picked up there, so I've all packed up. I'm on the go. I've left that little beautiful spot, and we're on our way. This is day number 12. What a fantastic little place. Left no trace, and just working my way around the edge in this little sheltered spot just so I can speak to you. So I just came across this old ruined house, cottage of some sort. And where this is even placed, it's like, how did you get that stone up here? They're big chunks of stone. Look at the fireplace. God, I bet that's got some history behind it. Absolutely incredible. It's probably the same up and down the country, that these old cottages and dwelling houses, they're absolutely built to perfection. The stonework is incredible. Another little fireplace there, it's of some sort. That might have been the main fireplace, another one would have been the cooking, the kitchen. Absolutely fantastic.
Right, I had a bit of a rain shower there, so got sorted, popped into a campsite to get water, just a wee top up. Got speaking to a woman while I was filling up the water, and they were touring the place. Turns out their daughter's not far in the same village, the same town, which is very weird. Come all this way and find out somebody's, you're talking to somebody that's daughter's in the same town. Anyway, just come down. I've been on the main road for a bit, taking a leg off, and I'm coming down onto the coastal route. So I'll be doing a big loop, basically away around the coastline, and I'll head back inland onto the main road again. It's just the way that loop goes. So instead of walking on the road with cars, I'm going around the coastal route with the sea. See some wildlife, hopefully. But yes, all going well. I think I'll just stop down here and get the waterproofs off, get a drink before I set off. But good. It's a lot calmer now. The sea's very calm compared to this morning. I thought I would just point this out again as well, as this is another type of what they call maca, and it's basically all the wild flowers for insects and wildlife. I absolutely love that. Away down south in Eriksson and Barra and places like that, and it's absolutely covered with it. The insects must love that. I think we could be doing a bit more like that in the mainland, in Scotland and the UK. I'm going to be heading round the water edge here, and I'm going to be heading straight for that little village. I'm going to head through the village, and then it cuts through again and round, and then back onto the main road that I was on this morning. The main road just runs back a wee bit. What a great little bit just for get away from cars. It's absolutely scorching. That doesn't help when I'm walking, and big rucksack adds more heat, but generally it is such a lovely day. I don't look at the weather forecast normally when I'm out camping, because it is what it is, and we do accommodate for it. Because sometimes the weather can stop us from doing things, but at the end of the day, there's nothing I can do while I'm here about it. So anyway, yeah, there's the sea over there. I've come inland and I'm heading for these little villages, and then I'll be going back down onto the main road again. So that's one village there, and then there's another village over there where I've just come through. So it just shows you that how sparse they are. They're very distant to each other. The land in between is like crofting areas and bits of sheep on it and things, so yeah, they do what they do. That was a hot walk, but I can definitely see a cracking little beach along there. I don't know if I'm going to be hitting it yet or not, or if I'm just going to go through the town and down onto the main road, but it looks lovely. Oh, good. Some coolness coming in there. It's a great walk, even though I try to find the paths are, according to OS maps, we're on track, so we're all good. I had the fear of like a farmer give me a row or something for going through the wrong way, but it's all noted that we're on track, so all good. Anyway, I've got quite a bit to go before I hit that town, and then I'm back on the main road, so I'll plod on. That's me heading to a sort of final mile to the camp spot. Just thought I'd say I did stop back at the local village there. There's a garage called the Filling Station. It's got groceries and coffees and car stuff and all that, so it's a little grocery store. Bit of a lifeline, to be honest. Still after some concrete plasters, so I'm not going to get them there. So it just reminds you to stock up on them on your wild camp if you rely on them. Yeah, that was really well needed. Sandwich, coffee, juice, packet of sweeties, yoghurt, you know, just top up. Picked up a couple of things for tonight, nothing major, but topped up on water as well. But yeah, just crossing this bit of Maka, and hopefully in the next mile I'll have a camping spot. So that's me nearly at the camping spot. I could probably camp just about anywhere, but just feeling that wind off the sea, definitely need to go and be tactical here and stay out of it, because it was quite blustery yesterday and last night. So when we're over there, we'll have a scout about and just see where we can camp. Pretty decent place actually. I've not seen the beach or anything yet, so be a bit of a surprise. But it's a fresh wind. Right, just behind me where my sticks are, it's kind of like the flattest spot. There is a bit of a breeze there, but most of it's buffered behind the camera with a big mound. Got a mound over here, but where I'm standing is pretty more sheltered, but there's more flat. I think where my sticks are is going to be the spot. Get a good view out to sea, see if I can see anything, and just chill, because my feet are absolutely done. I'm getting quite crabbit because my feet are hurting and I can't move any further, so I need to get my boots off and the tent up and just really stop. So what's the time now? Time is just about 6:15, so it's not too bad going. Yeah, not a bad day, but just sore on the feet again. So let's get this tent up, eh? Don't know if you can hear, but the waves are absolutely crashing down there and against the rocks. Tent set up, just getting a bit more organised, kicking on 7:15, and thought I'd sort my dinner. I was just sorting some bits and pieces for tomorrow morning. Tonight's dinner is pasta, but I'm going to have like a double helping, and I'm going to try and chop up some Orkney cheese and yeah, make it a bit more, bulk it out a bit. That's the plan. I've got hot chocolate as well, just to tick over tonight. There's teas and coffees as well. No milk, unfortunately, but that's the least of the worries. like my makeshift washing line. Drying some socks, airing them out, change my maps. Feet are breathing as well actually, and they're so good like that after the boots coming off. Really good. Yeah, so dinner, that's next. Important part of the job. So I'll get on and make that, and I'll catch you in a bit. Okay. Oh God. Caught me yawning. Yeah, all fed and watered. That was a good dinner actually. Feel really stuffed. It's not lit up. The wild winds out there and that the waves are still crashing against it, the rocks. Yeah, I'm pretty much ready for my bed now. I've had a hot chocolate and that's it for tonight. Yeah, so not a bad pitch actually. It's all flat, it's just the crashing waves that are going to keep me awake. No midges, thank goodness. And just prepping for my last day, tomorrow. Feels quite weird actually, as it always does for every adventure, no matter how long it is. I think this one's been such a tough one, both mentally, physically and emotionally, just due to everything that's going on and what it's for. And yeah, but I think we can talk about about that tomorrow. I just want to get a good sleep. And yes, that's my cue. That is my cue to say good night. I'll see you in the morning. Cheers for now.
The last day of any adventure is always hard, simply because we never want them to end. So as day 13 unfolds, I thought it was quite fitting to reflect on my adventure. This had been an amazing adventure opportunity to plan, prepare and navigate. The scenery was breathtaking, stunning, and on many occasions being blown away. The only expectations I had were the beaches, on how beautiful they looked. The photos never do them any justice. So seeing them for myself, feeling the sand between my toes and the sea air on my face, to me was a different world. The Durston X-Mid-1 solid tent was a perfect little tent for this adventure. It's lightweight, easy to set up and pack away. Along with the rest of my kit, everything played a vital part. I don't think there was anything I didn't use. My filming and electricals took up most of the weight. This is now part of my equipment I take. My rucksack would be so much lighter if I wasn't filming. So back to today's journey. Today has a lot of road walking, passing many farming and crofting communities and little villages, while breathing in their way of life as I passed by was pretty special. Meeting many people on my travels was so enjoyable. From fellow hikers, cyclists, the residents, shop workers and owners, to ferrymen and the tourists, all played a part in my adventure, and very grateful they did. I also hope I left them with a little smile as I told them my story. Hiking through some amazing countryside, from beaches, the Meyer landscape, heather moorlands, and to the wild grasslands of the coastlines, all took my breath away. The hills and mountains that I passed through and climbed allowed me to get some great views of the shaped landscapes from a height. With all the walking and stunning scenery I was passing through, there was one focus that was above everything, and that was the charity Venture Scotland. This is what brought me to the Outer Hebrides and why I was doing this trail. So please check out Venture Scotland's website and see the fantastic work they do and the vital role they play. The least enjoyable part of my adventure, if I can say that, while walking these 210 miles with the roads and hard ground. I was walking between 14 and 20 miles a day, and slowly but surely that became a burden on my feet. While walking on and off the hard roads and paths for a long time, your feet become sore, and for me, there was no getting away from it. On many of my days, my feet were really sore, and by the time I got to the camping spots, I was in bits and limping. Not ideal. I did have the proper first aid kit, plasters and creams, which allowed me to look after them properly. My boots and socks were great. It was the constant hard ground that took its toll on my feet. I stayed positive, upbeat and motivated throughout my adventure. All my routes were printed off and laminated. I use OS maps. After every few days I would post the laminated maps back home to save weight and space. It was actually quite a good system. I stopped at a point to change into my Venture Scotland t-shirt to give them a voice on the last couple of miles. Heading the last few miles, my emotions began to surface as I was nearing the end, but in the same breath, very proud of the adventure I had achieved. The Butt of Lewis Lighthouse is just about to come into sight, and my emotions are building further with this achievement. This journey has been a long one, and a hard one, but I wouldn't change it for anything. As I walked up the last couple of 100 yards of road to the lighthouse, I didn't even know what to say. My head was everywhere. Walking to the large, rusty cast-iron Hebridean Way sign, I paused, standing there thinking about many things. My journey, my life, and myself. I had no answers, apart from at this point, it was meant to be. My adventures will be what they are. Nothing ever goes smooth. I take on every situation, every weather condition, and everything that is thrown at me. All these factors make an adventure, and I have to say as a Scotsman, you cannae beat it.
Well, hello everyone, and I've made it. We're here at the Butt of Lewis, and this is where my journey ends. "13 days, 210 miles, and a cider from Thistley Cross will just do nicely." What an absolute fantastic adventure this has been, and raising funds for Venture Scotland has been a pleasure. Oof. It's definitely been a tough adventure, mentally, physically, and bodily. It's definitely the biggest and hardest venture I've had, and it's all worth it. So just wanted to say thank you very much for all your donations, for helping Venture Scotland and supporting me on this big adventure. It's been absolutely mind-blowing, and just what's been going on, the places I've seen, the people I've visited and seen, met and chatted to, and especially to the people who have raised money, donated money. I can't thank you enough. And I'm sure Venture Scotland will be absolutely over the moon that you've been doing that. So it just leaves me to say thank you very much again for watching this video, and cheers for everything. Oh. And I've only got one. I could do with more. Cheers, everyone.
So a final word from me. I have to say thank you for all your support for Venture Scotland, and also for this channel. I'll be back with more camping on the wild side adventures soon. All the best, Steve.